All right. Started using Loom to make my videos, so you can see my face down there. Um, so I've added in the marketing app right here, kind of a way we can communicate, getting the neighbor letters. So, for example, we'll just use this one. Actually, we won't use this one as an example. We'll use this one as an example. So the way I have it set up now is I will go in here and under complete neighbor letter, I will click in process. And that will send you a task to begin this. So you should get the task. I put on there due the next day, but obviously I know sometimes that's not always the case. So I'll try to do this a couple days early. So I'll click in process. You'll get a task and start to research the neighbor addresses. Okay, so we'll go through that here in a second. And then here is a spot for you to put the addresses, which I'll demo here in a second as well. And then when you research the names of the owners of the address, have them put you in the neighbor letter template, which I sent you here, which I may create something in Podio where all those templates are there. I haven't got that far yet, but you have the template right now. So you can fill in the templates and then just upload them to the files down here. And you can label them however you want. Maybe the owner's last name, so I know which address here when I'm writing the address on the envelope goes with which letter. So those are all things we can fine tune as we get this process going. But so out of the gate, so real quick, how do I find the neighbors? So here, Mr. Fowler, this is the property info, and this is the APN number, so the parcel ID number. So you can take this number or his name and put it in the county. So the county here, you can tell, is Walton County. And if you ever get mixed up, obviously you can search throughout Podio under the name or the APN, but it's in here several times which county. So all I did was go to, we can back it out even more here. So just going to Walton County. And the easiest way I've found to do this so far is to just go to the assessor site and try to get to the GIS, the map view. So it would be the Walton County Property Appraiser. Yeah, we'll get every county is slightly different, but this is, whoa, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Every county is slightly different, so this is clerk of courts. We want the assessors. So here we can look by parcel number. Okay, so I just go back here. Whoops. We'll just highlight that. Put it in there. Okay, so there it is. Yep, Mr. Fowler. Click on his property and then show parcel maps. So maps or GIS, something along those lines is kind of what we want. So here it is. So it makes it very easy to see who the neighbors are. So kind of like before, I'm not really looking for neighbors across the street. So here's a street, but you know, like these neighbors here, like this guy, this guy here as well. Even on the backside, you know, so basically any property that's touching the one that we have. So for example, again, here's our property. It hasn't updated yet because we have bought this one, but it hasn't updated. But let's say, okay, you're going to get this one here. All right, so in this case, it's owned by the county commissioners. So don't think if it's a government agency, which this is kind of a rare case, we won't mail to them because the county is not interested in buying land. So let's try this one here. Okay, so this is a real address here. So in this case, we would just take the gentleman's name. All right. Come down here. Not sure why I did that. Okay, let's type his name. Eckert Brian. Brian Eckert. Oops. ECK. Brian Eckert. And he lives. Let's try this again. Copy. There we go. So you can put it. You can put it across like that, and that way the address is there and it's good to go. So that's essentially what you'll do with each neighbor. So we'll just use this one as an example. So you have that all set up, and then the next thing I would like you to do is, because I have a copy of it, I think the template here shows, it has, whoops, let's get this back up here. Okay, so here's the template. Hopefully you can still see this, but the template has areas that are yellowed out that you can change. So for the date, in the upper right, you can put today's date if you want, or put a date in the future because it'll probably take me a couple days. So dear, under the salutation here, if it's just one person, I'm happy with Brian Eckert, but if it's, multiple people, you could just put your Eckert family, if it's a Mr. and a Mrs., you can put that in there as well. So we'll just put Mr. Eckert on here, and then the vacant lot next to your property, and so name of county and state. So obviously this will be Walton County, Florida, and then the rest of it's pretty easy. So go ahead and then save the letter, file, save as, and then you could call this Eckert neighbor letter. Okay, that. Save it here on the desktop. Save. Okay, awesome. So that's all done. Make this larger. Hopefully you can see all that. I'm not sure if Loom. And then you just go down here to File when you're done. Choose Files. All done. Kind of like that. So, I know up here, okay, when I'm writing the envelopes out, I know that this address goes with this letter. And then some properties you only have one neighbor, some you may have 5, 4, whatever. Just use your best judgment. Imagine if you were living there, if you want the property next door. I'm happy to mail out letters. They're not that expensive. So when that's all done, like I said, just hit complete, and I'll get a task to basically print off these letters and address them and send them out. If there's any issues, if I task you, you receive the tasker to do this, and you can't get on the website, or there's just something weird you're not sure, just click Issue, Please Review, and then even send me a note in the or not a note, just on the messaging on the side of Podio there. So over in here, you can feel free to elaborate if you like. But for now, that's kind of how I think we'll start out with this. I might try to incorporate some automation, maybe even with click to mail with this here. So I'm not actually writing them out. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we'll give it a shot. Thanks.